Introducing the all-new Corolla.
Ludovici told the House Fisheries, Wildlife, Oceans, and Insular Affairs Subcommittee hearing a firing range at Northwest Field at Andersen Air Force Base may be the last best option for locating the range on Guam. And to make that happen would take a surface danger zone over the Ratchets unit of the Guam National Wildlife Refuge, authorized in a now controversial bill by Congresswoman Madeline Bordallo. But it wasn't Bordallo who asked Ludovici about the bottom line for the buildup if the training range location is not resolved. It was panel chair John Fleming.
Does that mean that the Marine Corps does not redeploy to Guam and they have to go someplace else?
I don't see another ideal solution. So if we do not find a alternative that we can execute and have the firing ranges on Guam, then yes to your question.
Fleming then asked Ludovici, short of finding an alternative to Northwest Field with wildlife refuge protection from an SDZ, at what point does DoD have to decide that Marines cannot come to Guam?
Record of decision I see is March 2015. Is that?
Yes, sir. That's the point. That's our milestone where we make a decision on whether or not we're going to put a Marine Corps range on the location that we are planning, or we aren't able to reach a decision. Mm-hmm. So that's the deadline that we have. We either reach a decision or we don't.
And if that wasn't enough pressure, Ludovici told Fleming DoD is aiming for a decision this fall after Guam public hearings and talks with the Fish and Wildlife Service.
If I have to change from my current preferred alternative to select some other options, I'm a year extending my overall process. I cannot afford a year extension based on the domino effect on our agreement with Japan and consolidating Marine Corps bases in Okinawa. So the agreement, I think, right now is in our 15 budget. We've got to resolve this as part of our fiscal year 15 budget.
Ludovici said, in answer to a question by Congresswoman Bordallo, that there are numerous precedents for establishing SDZ zones over refuges, including at Quantico, Camp Lejeune, Camp Pendleton, and Marine Corps Base Hawaii. But for folks back home, Bordallo was clear in making this point about her bill that she again called a placeholder.
The bill does not intend to make a final answer on location of a range. The public input is critical, and I look forward to see how the majority of Guam residents feel about this location of the firing range. And as a community, we must sit down and work through it. These are difficult issues.
Issues that continue to boil on Guam, with Senator Ben Pangilinan this week calling Bordallo's bill a surprise attack on the people of Guam, one he claims could circumvent federal environmental protections and restrict public access to Ratchets. But Bordallo says Guam must make compromises or else accept that the buildup won't happen. She says the Secretary of Defense has as much said either there's a firing range or Marines won't be relocated to Guam. On Capitol Hill, Matt Kay for PNC News.